Welcome back, guys, and nice to see you again on my everyday reading show. Today I'm gonna read one more story. Okay? Okay. The Tale of Tainted Tanner. Money talks, but you may think that the conversation of a little old $10 bill in New York would be nothing more than a whisper. Oh, very well. Pass up this Otto was autobiography of X if you like. If you are one of the kind that prefers to listen to John Dee's checkbook roar at you through the microphone as it passes by, alright. But don't forget that small change can say a word to the point now and then. The next time you tip your grocer's clerk a silver quarter to give you extra weight of his boss's goods, read the four words about the lady's head. How are they for repartee? I'm a $10 treasury note, series of 1801, 8, 19, 191. You may hear seen one in a friend's hand. On my face, in the center, is a picture of a bison americanus, miscalled a buffalo by 50 or 60 millions of Americans. The heads of kept, levies and kept, Clark adorn the ends. On my back is their graceful figure of liberty, or Terrace, or Maxine Elliot standing in the center of the stage on a conservatory plant. My references is or are section 3588 revised statutes. 10 called hard dollars. I don't say whether silver, gold, lead, or iron. Uncle Sam will hang you over his counter if you want to cash me in. I beg you will excuse any conversational breaks that I make. Thanks. I knew you would. Got that sneaking little respect and agreeable feeling toward even an ex, haven't you? You see, the tainted bill doesn't have much chance to acquire a correct form of expression. I never knew a really cultured and educated person that could afford to hold a 10 spot any longer than it would take to do an Arthur Duffy to the nearest. That's all. Sign or delicatessen store. For a 6 years old, I had I've had a lively, sorry, I've had a lively and gorgeous circulation. I guess I've paid as many debts as the man who dies. I've been owned by a good many kind of people, but a little old, wretched, damp, dingy, $5 silver certificate gave me a jar one day. I was next to it in the fat and bad smelling purse of a butcher. Hey, you sitting boss, says I, don't scorch so. I don't no, score. I don't score so. Anyhow, anyhow, don't you think it's about time you went into a customs payment and got reissued for a series of 1899? You're a sight. Oh, don't get cracky just because you're a Buffalo Bill, says the fever. You'd be limp too if you'd been stuffed down in a thin, in a thick cotton and lisle thread, cotton, cotton and lisle thread under an elastic all day, and the thermometer not a degree under 85 in the store. I never heard of a pocketbook like that, says I. Who cared you? A shop girl, says the five spot. What's that? I had to ask. You'll never know till their millennium comes, says the fever. Just then, a $10 bill behind me with a George Washington hat spoke up to the fever. Oh, cut out your kicks. Ain't Liesel thread good enough for your? If you was under all cotton, I've been today and choked up with factory dust till the lady with the cor- cornucopia on me sneezed half a dozen times. You'd have some reason to complain. That was the next day after that was the next day after I arrived in New York. I came into 500 package of tents. I came in a 500 package of tents to a Brooklyn bank from one of its Pennsylvania correspondents, and I haven't made any acquaintance of any of the 5 and 2 spots friends pocketbooks yet. Still for mine every time. I was lucky money. I kept on the move. Sometimes I changed hands 20 times a day. I saw the inside of every business. I fought for my owner's every pleasure. It seemed that on Saturday night I never missed being slapped down on the bar. Tens were always slapped down, while ones and twos were slid over to the bartender's folded. I got in the habit of looking up for mine. I and I managed to soak in a little straight or some spelled spilled martini or Manhattan, whatever I could. Once I got tied up in the great roll of bill in a pushcart, peddler's jeans. I thought I never would get in circulation again, for the future department store owner lived on 8 cents worth of dog meat and onions a day. But this peddler got into trouble one day on account of having his cart too near a crossing and I was rescued. I always will feel grateful to the cop that got me. He changed me at a cigar store near the Bowery that was running a crap game in the back room. So it was the captain of the precinct. Precinct. After all, that did me the best turn when he got it. Yes. He blew me for wine. He blew me for wine the next evening in a Broadway restaurant, and I really felt as glad to get back again as an Astor does when he sees the lights of Charing Cross. A tainted tent certainly does get action on Broadway. I was alimony once and got folded in a little dogskin purse among a lot of deems. They were bragging about the busy times they were in Ossining whenever three girls got hold of one of them during the ice cream season. But it's slow moving. It's slow moving. It's sl- but its slow moving vehicles keep to the right for the little book tips when you think of the way we Bison plasters refuse to stick to anything during the rush lobster hour. The first I ever heard of tainted money was the night when a good thing with a one with a one to his name threw me over with some other bills to buy a stack of blues. About midnight, a big, easygoing man with a fat face like a monk's and the eye of a janitor with his wages raised took me and a lot of other notes and rolled us into what is termed a wad among the money tainters. Ticket for me for 500, said he to the banker, and look out for everything, Charlie. I'm going out for a stroll in the glen before moonlight fades from the brow of the cliff. If anybody finds the roof in their way, there is 60,000 wrapped in a cosmic supplement, in a comic supplement, in the upper left-handed corner of the safe. Be bold, everybody be bold, but not be bowled over. But be not bowled over. Night. Okay, guys. We're gonna see you tomorrow and continue with the second part. Thank you. Bye.